Traders, good morning and welcome to this live trading webinar. Myself and Admirals, of course, here at Admirals would like to welcome you on board, and especially if you are new here with us, welcome, and it's great to have you on these live trading events. Today is Friday. I hope everyone has a great time so far. I'm sure many of you anticipate the weekend, right? How is everyone doing today? Are you guys okay? Let me just use the chat on Zoom to make sure that everyone can type. Guys, if you need to communicate with me, for those who don't know, on Zoom, use this chat where you receive a message right now. For the traders from YouTube, yes, as usual, you know, there's only one chat area to type. So let's start. This content is for general information only and is not intended to provide trading or investment advice or personal recommendation. I'm sure many of you can say this crystal and aloud. We read it every single day. And if you notice, I just pick up this sense, right? Alrighty, so ladies and gentlemen, let's share our screen for the premium analytic portal and let's read the news. So today's top headlines: 11 banks deposit $30 billion in First Republic Bank. Don't bet on a Fed pause. Why a rate hike is still likely. US stocks set for wide swings as trillions in options contracts set to expire Friday. Bursting bubble is expected to curb 2023 bonuses. Poland says Russian spies sought to sabotage Western arms transfer to Ukraine. China's foreign minister talks with Ukraine counterpart as he plans Moscow trip. UN sees wide range of war crimes by Russian forces in Ukraine. FedEx raises earnings outlook despite shipping slowdown. And the last one, YouTube TV raises base subscription price by 12%. Economic calendar. Yesterday, as we expected, the European Central Bank increased their deposit facility rates from 2.5% to 3%, and the refinancing operation from 3% to 3.5%. So interest rates increased for 20 basis points. The euro didn't really move quite well as I was expecting against the Kiwi, as we mentioned on the previous session. Due to this event here, we are still in an uptrend on the euro. I'll share the chart and we will have a look. So let's check this one. Okay, I will share it like this. All right, so that's the pound against the US dollar. This higher high in play, as we mentioned, for traders, they are looking to use some trend strategies to target this area here. This is something we can consider as bullish. Moving on to the lower time frames, we can see this this area of resistance. There is still room until the price can reach this area up there. So on the 1 hour chart today, we can use some trend lines or some moving averages, maybe 20 period moving average, due to the fact the price is very apart from the 50. So the 20 is going to be somewhere here. and any bounces from the 20, maybe it could be good to initiate some longs. Euro against the US dollar, this area of support hold it quite well, and the price now is trying to move higher. Or possibly the USD against the Swiss franc, it bounced from this support quite significant, came to retest this inside resistance. The market starts selling off. Australian dollar, US dollar at this resistance here, maybe we're going to see some breakthrough due to the US dollar weakness and due to some strength in the Australian dollar. The Kiwi saying it take advantage of the US dollar weakness and is trying to push higher. But with the Kiwi now, we are at this area of resistance, ladies and gentlemen. USD Canadian dollar, this support produced some good trade activity a few days ago. Today, it looks like since the Asian session, the US dollar is just losing a lot of steam. EURJPY, I still believe some bearishness to come, although we didn't broke through the Japanese yen's many supports, especially with the Australian dollar. After this bearish engulfing, the market didn't follow through and it just rejected here. We are in the middle of the range. Here is the top of the range, the bottom. Sometimes it's worth to do some zoom out and see the big picture with more detail, like where previous support and resistance zones used to be. Euro against the Japanese yen. This support here clearly held yesterday. Nice bearish, nice bullish pin bar here. If we go down to the weekly, we can see that this is a very strong area of support. Market for swing trading, market can easily come and retest this resistance here. So how many pips? 270 pips. It's a bit too much for my taste, to be honest. So some intraday trading, if we go down to the 4-hour chart or the 1-hour chart, we can use here is a good consolidation. That's a very nice consolidation, really. So maybe a breakout outside, it's just 60 pips, including the spread, give it or take. So if we're going to break outside of this range, we expect it to replicate this move, this impulse. So we have room for more than 2 to 1. Sorry, we have room for 1.5 to 1 by the time we'll reach this 200 period moving average. I kind of like this situation here just for some short-term activities and for this breakout. If we're going to break higher, as we said, 60 pips. I like this. I will place an order here. So I will do a buy stop at this breakout. I will amend stop loss, modify. I'll put my stop loss down here and my take profit a bit higher, of course. was the wrong one. All right, so take profit. It's going to be 2 to 1. We have, let's say, 60 pips, so 120 minimum at 143. There. Yeah. So a 2 to 1 just for this breakout. This morning, if we're going to break to the downside, I will cancel the order. Remember, when I don't really do scalping or active intraday trading, and I will just place the order here, I always use the hard stop losses. It's not like the DAX that I don't use the hard stop loss because I execute and I'm in front of the trade until its completion. In this occasion here, because I will leave the trade and I'll just have a look every 30 minutes just to see if it breaks out, or in an hour to see where we have a breakout. Let's move on. Pound against the yen, nothing really anymore here. Swiss against the yen, this inside support as I draw it before. Let's just make it a bit compact. So this inside support hold, the 200 period moving average hold quite well after this selling climax, and we do have some expectation for the price to push higher. Same with the CAD yen, almost at support. Gold is just taking advantages. Actually, investors, they really start appreciating this this commodity due to the uncertainty of the US dollar. Hello guys, good morning on New Zealand US dollar daily. Is it forming a head and shoulder? What do you think? Thank you. Thanks for the clarity of the question, and we will have a look shortly. And gas, this support here, we said that this pattern, the inverse head and shoulders, it looks like it's forming, and maybe it's a good time to start looking for some buys. On the crude oil, we broke below the 70 US dollar per barrel, and I do expect the price to keep pressing lower. Silver, with some delay, let's say, and some sort of weakness, it follows the gold. Bitcoin, as I told you yesterday, after this rejection here, the sellers, they didn't appear at this point there, so we had to start questioning this false breakout. Maybe it's not a false breakout, and the market really, it's going to push higher. Yesterday we were at the 24,700. Now we are at the 25,900 and keep rallying. So my prediction here, to cover this area, we just cover it, let's say, up to 1/3, up to a quarter. Yeah, quarter. So I don't know if we're going to see again this price at any time soon at this level here, guys. Okay, so I delete it for now. If we want to press higher, then we have more and more to come in bullishness. Euro Australian dollar, this resistance hold with significant, and the market, we see it's just pressing lower and lower. Euro pound at this area of support, but I don't know if it's going to hold. Yes, we have an inside candle line here. Euro Canadian dollar, I still have my bias for bullishness here, although if we draw now some fib retracement after this higher high, so pretty much that was the beginning of the move, we touched at 61.8%. 61.8%. We had, if traders, they used this 78.6 to hide their stop losses with entries, limit entries here, stop losses below there. If the price is going to come and retest this area, it's going to be 3.5 to 1. Moving on to the Euro CHF. At this area of resistance, let's see, the price starts struggling here, so maybe we can see some weakness. I think the ATR in this currency pair is not that much. Maybe it's about 60 pips. Let's just check it now. Average true range, and it's 70 pips. So if I would like to sell it, I will go to 35 pips stop loss, and I will do that. So if I new order, that's a market execution. So stop loss. So from here, 35 pips. It's, sorry, I cannot read it. It's 0.9890, 0.99, 0.99. Sell at market, and my take profit $35, 100. Some first take profits, it's gonna be there. Okay, so let's move on. The EURJPY. EURJPY, if we're gonna close below this lower point, it means we have the non-failure swing, the market make higher high, and on the bounce, if it's gonna fail to sustain a move above these lows, then we're gonna talk about the non-failure swing and maybe some bearish continuation to come. If the euro Japanese yen will break down the range, what will be your approach? I don't have a bias there because and that's a very good question, guys, for everyone here. Let me go back, because it's something traders, they wonder all the time. Now we are on this 30 minutes or 1 hour time frame, and we identified some sort of bullishness in the US, in the euro against the Japanese yen. And I said, I want to take advantage of this intraday move today. So I would like to buy this. And I go down to the 1 hour chart. I find this impulse move with higher high consolidation. And I want to buy at the breakout for the continuation. Now, the question is, if the market will drop down and below this range, would you sell it, or what would be my approach? I wouldn't sell it because the higher time frame has a bullish bias. That's why I wouldn't go for sale. Many traders, they put a buy stop here, a sell stop here, and they, whichever it's going to be filled, they're going to just go with that. No, I use this methodology that I want the higher time frame to show me the direction, and I want the lower time frame to give me the entry signal. So if it's going to break below, I will just scratch the trade, and that's it. I won't attempt to short it if it's going to break below. Okay. We talked about this. Pound Oz on the fall after the resistance here. CHF and the pound. Pound is winning so far from the support. Pound cut. Pound Kiwi, very messy here. Aussie Swiss is still waiting. The price may come to retest this inside resistance, and it will be a lucrative trading opportunity. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar on the daily is forming a head and shoulder. Where is forming? I don't see any head and shoulder. You mean these points here? No, guys, please keep in mind that head and shoulder, if we're going to say that this is the head, this is the left shoulder, and let's say this is the right shoulder, we want the neckline to slope upwards. If this is going to be the neckline, we don't want them to slope downwards. We need the neckline to slope upwards, and that's a crucial part of the head and shoulder pattern. Okay, to validate it. Hi Theo, could you please go through the Dow Jones? Thanks. Yes, of course. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, pretty much nothing here. Nothing to the New Zealand cut. New Zealand CHF, we are at this 200 period moving average. Can really act as resistance. Ethereum also trying to gain some rally, and the Canadian dollar CHF, we have this nice reversal candlestick price action. Maybe we can see some weakness in this pair as well. Let's check the indices. FTSE on the daily chart around this support. We do expect, guys, on the FTSE and Rumen, if you're going to trade the FTSE, we have a strong resistance here. Keep an eye on that. Dow Jones, bullish engulfing nice. We can experience some bullishness up to this level here at least before we have any clarity. But the most clear out of all is the Nasdaq, because we have these higher highs finally, and after this double bottom, higher highs, the market, it's on a rally. Next resistance, it's up there. S&P 500 still pretty much similar pattern with the Dow Jones. So if you're going to trade this, remember your stop losses, you have to hide them somewhere where if the price come for any intraday volatility, not to get your stop loss and just continue to the predominant direction. Let's have a look at the DAX. That's the dollar index. We don't know exactly what the market will decide to do here. DAX, we have this, yes, Nasdaq is the best today, right? HB, I think a trade is, if you are, maybe you are already in the trade, right? So DAX, still some bullishness can come based on the yesterday's price action. We got lower and we closed like a piercing pattern, closed well deep into the black candle. So let's check this activity here. 5 minute. Five-minute chart. It's a quite, really, this is a very, very nice range. Tiny range compared to what we experienced so far with the ranges. I will use this range here. So for buys, we're gonna take profit somewhere here. For sales, and the stop losses for sales, we're gonna take profit somewhere here, and the stop losses to be hidden above there. For buys, we're gonna take profit somewhere here and stop losses somewhere behind this area. So let's see what the market will do. Although because it's a very tidy range, we can experience some insane volatility within this range. And I'm just letting you know. So if you want to use lower trading size, just feel free and do whatever you believe it's appropriate for your trading account and your risk appetite. So I will put some take profits in at these areas here. So 1 minute until the market open. Yep. How is FTSE? Okay. Oh. Whoa. We got triggered in both. What happened here? Oh my God. I got triggered in both orders. So the one took profit, the other have to. Oh my God. Unfortunately, I got triggered in both orders. Okay, one won, the other lost. Guys, how did you go? Market false break. It took the first one, then it false break here, but I didn't even notice that I got triggered on the first one. Okay. So I took profits there. The market visited the R3. I was only long on DAX today. Did you got stopped out? Did you take your stop loss down here, or you make the profit? Good. Okay, great. Great, David. Got my 10 in DAX. Great, great, great. So only I was the only one who suffered today from the loss and a profit. Okay. Okay. 30. Yeah. Ruben, how many did you take today? 30 points. Did you take 30? Wow. So, guys, I think that's I think you had a good trading week this week as well, based on the, at least based on this, on the DAX trading we do here at Admirals. So I hope that everyone is satisfied with the results. 30 points, well done. That's awesome. Awesome. So it's really excited when I see you taking profits and you're happy. It's fantastic. All righty. So at this stage, I would like to wish to everyone to have a lovely weekend. Take some rest, stay a little bit away from the chart. And we're going to be here again on Monday at the same time to continue with more exciting market analysis and also more trades. Ladies and gentlemen, it was it was a privilege and honor again for one more week to host these webinars for you. Here at Admirals, you know that we evaluate you a lot, not only as a client, but also when you support these live trading events. And again, I wish everyone to have a lovely weekend, and I will see you again on Monday at the same time. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.